What is your biggest regret in Genshin Impact and why?
Oh.
Biggest regret in Genshin and why? What would be my biggest regret?
You want to see it? I'll just show it to you. How about I just show you what my greatest regret on Genshin Impact is?
That's tough. My biggest regret.
My biggest regret in Genshin?
The biggest regret in Genshin? Like, what I wailed on that was like super bad?
Biggest regret.
Wait, Envy, are you doing this for a video? I could give you some incredible content right now. My biggest regret in Genshin Impact.
My biggest regret is playing the game. My greatest choice in my life and biggest regret is playing Genshin.
I should have never wasted my fragile resin. Oh, hello YouTube! Alright, in this video we are going to be going over the biggest regrets made in Genshin Impact by your favorite content creators who've been playing this game for a long time now. Some of their answers may surprise you, but I am also curious on what your biggest regret is in Genshin Impact. Please let me know down below in the comments section, and without further ado, I hope you enjoy this video.
What is your biggest regret in Genshin Impact and why?
Oh. The first thing that popped into my head was skipping Venti is probably... Oh, no, actually, no. My biggest regret is skipping Venti. But I didn't skip Venti because I didn't like him. I always liked Venti. I just am a low spender, so the first time Venti was around, I skipped for Klee. And then the second time, I saw Waifu Eula, and I skipped for Waifu Eula. But yeah, Venti's one of my favorite characters, so that is my biggest regret. I don't know if that's stupid or not, but that is my personal regret in Genshin. I wish I didn't skip Venti both times. That might be a stupid regret, but it is my regret. It is my regret. Anyway, that is my answer. I'm sorry.
What is your biggest regret in Genshin and why?
Biggest regret in Genshin and why? What would be my biggest regret? There's the Kokomi incident. Listen. There was a little bit of a greed situation with the donut, which is Kokomi's weapon, because it was the same one with Jade Cutter. Cause I was like, might as well get some copies. I could have stopped early, but like that was a case where I could have ran away with just one donut and been perfectly fine. But my brain was like, you know, might as well just try to go for a Jade Cutter, and then I ended up getting 2 donuts. And I have a donut sitting level 1 in my inventory that's gonna rot there forever. No, Bell is not a regret. That was a selective guide choice. All right, that was a selective choice. Yeah, I don't really have that many big regrets though, Envy.
Remember those green bananas I told you about? Oh.
What is your biggest regret in Genshin and why?
You want to see it? I'll just show it to you. How about I just show you what my greatest regret on Genshin Impact is? C1, Eula. So the story behind this is that on the first Broken Pines banner, Broken Pines was available with a Kilo Favonia, and I still don't have a Kilo Favonia to this day. And I've really wanted that weapon because it's like my favorite weapon aesthetically. So I didn't get a single Aquila that banner, and I got this instead. Gacha really does make you do the darndest things. Eula main, let's go. I'm just like, in my brain, I'm like, damn, with that money, I could have at least fucking C6'd my Eula or some shit. Like, imagine the value I would have gotten out of C6 Eula versus an R5 Broken Pines. But yeah, that's probably my biggest regret. My second biggest regret is downloading the game, probably.
Can
On
I
a
ask
constellation.
you a question, Mr. Foob?
Yes, NB. What is your biggest regret in Genshin Impact and why? That's tough. My biggest regret. Now, is it the feather? Is it C6 Bennett? Is it C6 Yoimiya? Is it re-rolling 9 hours for Kaching? Is it spending over $25,000? We got a bunch of options
Have you
here.
ever known?
I think in terms of like logic, biggest regret is probably getting another full C6 Hu Tao to try to get C6 Toma. That is probably my biggest regret. I don't know if you ever saw this, but granted, ignore the fact that I got my second C6 Hu Tao. I got essentially within $500. Like, I fucking speedran this Hu Tao. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more Hu Taos, like, very, very quickly. So this is probably my biggest regret.
Hi Mr. Atsu, I have a question if you don't mind.
Someone ban that guy. We got Dylan Nosti in the chat, guys. Dropping 100 biddies to be annoying. It's about time, Envy. I've been awaiting your awakening. Alright, here we go.
What is your biggest regret in Genshin and why?
My biggest regret in Genshin? My biggest regret in Genshin is associating myself with certain people. That is my biggest regret in Genshin Impact. Bruh, a good answer? That's my honest answer. There's a lot of people who I wish I never interacted with, and there's people even today who are like, kind of. I'm like, man, I wish they would leave me alone, or I wish they wouldn't talk to me. It is true, even IRL. I have people from like, people who I haven't spoken to in a long time, and they like come up to me or they ask me for favors. We haven't spoken in forever, and it's just like, bruh.
Hello, Envy. The biggest regret in Genshin, like what I wailed on that was like super bad. I guess Eula, because I'm not a one-shot gamer. Eula just feels too like gimmicky, as in like if you want to record like big one-shots, it's amazing, but if you're playing the game normally, it's kind of eh. Actually, it may be the Unforced though, you know, the Unforced, when I pulled for the Unforced, thinking it was good, and I pulled like what, 20 of the Zhongli Spear? Mr. OK Spear, yes.
DTS,
I
Macha?
have a question for you if you don't mind.
I'm ready for your question, I think. Can one ever really be prepared for an Envy question? Ooh, that's a good question.
What is your biggest regret in Genshin and why?
My biggest regret. Miss Ganyu, what's my biggest regret? Who of you is my biggest regret? My biggest regret is probably probably racing Barbara.
Hi.
I guess the only other thing gameplay wise is like, hey, I'll give you like my surface level answer and my deeper answer. Not using Resin early game, like on ley lines and stuff. Just like letting Resin sit there. In my defense, the game doesn't really tell you how valuable Resin is until later, so you always end up wasting it. On a deeper note, I would say letting the community, as in the toxic side of the community, sour my opinion toward the game. That's probably the only thing. It's like letting, anytime I've ever let like toxicity within the Genshin, I don't even want to say community, because like this I would say is part of the Genshin community. Genshin cesspool influenced my opinion on the game. That's about it.
Hi Bran, I have a question for you if you don't mind.
Enviosity, my boy, thank you for the 100 biddies. Of course. What is the question?
What is your biggest regret in Genshin and why?
God damn, that is a very good question. Envy, thank you for the 100 biddies again. My biggest regret in Genshin and why? In terms of my account? Ooh. That's a really good question. Can I have a second to think about that? Wait, Envy, are you doing this for a video? I could give you some incredible content right now. But it would hurt my soul to do it. My biggest regret in Genshin Impact. I'm trying to think, and honestly, I don't really regret anything. Should I regret something? Because, I mean, if I could give myself a reason to regret something in Genshin Impact. Oh, it's a horrible plan. Don't need to make a sacrifice. Hey, it'd be funny though. I honestly don't know. I'm trying to think. There's not really much that I regret, to be honest. Maybe, if anything, skipping Childe. That's in terms of the game itself. There's one thing that I regret doing as a content creator, and it is reading and replying to every single YouTube comment as I was starting out. Because doing that set my my mind on a downward spiral quickly. But there was thousands and thousands of comments that I replied to on a daily basis, and some of them were so bad. But yeah, I kind of just got rid of it. But that's pretty much it.
Crash the mouth. Hi, Envy.
Hi, Mr. Duonto. I have a question if you don't mind.
Yes, of course. Anything for the king.
What is your biggest regret in Genshin and why?
My biggest regret is playing the game. My greatest choice in my life and biggest regret is playing Genshin. No, I'm just kidding. My actual real regret, I think my biggest regret is grinding the game way too fast. I hit AR 58, I fully built Gian, and now I just like am not motivated to play it anymore. I think rushing. I keep forgetting to take my time. That's probably my actual answer.
Once again, if you guys did enjoy this video, feel free to give it a like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to check out all the other content creators who were mentioned in this video down below in the description. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.